I have been able to achieve my goal of winning sub 11 within 1 year. Today, I wanted to share with y'all what I end up doing in order to accomplish that. I started running track my junior year of high school, and within that time, I realized that track and field has way more to it than just running. During that year, I only ran the 200-meter dash, and in my first ever race, I ran a 27-second 200. Yeah, 27 seconds. Go ahead and play this. First ever race, and I'm already slipping out the blocks. After that, I knew something was going to have to change, but I just didn't understand how to make that change. I would mainly just follow the type of training my coach at the time would put us through, which were mainly 150s, 300s, and block starts, which ended up dropping my time between 24 to 25 seconds, but I still feel like I wasn't doing enough. Then, as time went on, as I went through a couple more meets, out of nowhere, I injured my hamstring during the district championship track meet. Yes, my first year of running. Already got injured. This would become one of the hardest things I would have to learn how to overcome on my own. The reason why I'm saying this is because it started to mess with me not only physically, but also mentally. It started to make me feel like I was falling behind and that I would never be able to reach my full potential before I walked the stage. But I couldn't just sit there and do nothing about it. I ended up doing some research on my own, and during that time, I was able to create myself a daily routine for me to follow. The daily routine I created consisted of dynamic stretching, applying heat to my hamstring for about 15 to 20 minutes, glute bridges, split squats, single leg hamstring, RDLs, and lastly, light static stretching. As my hamstring started to feel better, I slowly began to get back into running by going on light jogs around my neighborhood, doing 2 to 3 sets of 100-yard toe strides, and of course, continuing to strengthen my hamstrings. Once I was finally able to move without feeling any pain, I began to realize something. I had to start training differently. So what I did to improve on this was starting to watch elite sprinters like Noah Lyles to see the way that they trained and also how the coaches trained their athletes. I started to focus on my acceleration/drive phase, my top end speed endurance, and most importantly, my fundamentals. How I did this was by focusing on 30-meter to 60-meter flies, 150s to 300s, isometrics and plyometrics, and also hill runs, over distance training, and most importantly, form drills. Another thing I worked on was cleaning up my diet. Of course, more protein, better carbs, and of course, just healthier foods in general. One thing I ended up learning was that recovery wasn't only about doing absolutely nothing, but it was also about making sure you was able to do active recovery, stretch properly, apply ice or heat if you needed to, and most importantly, being able to ease your mind or rest your mind in the process. My senior year of high school is when I ran my first ever 100-meter dash. I'm healthy, I've trained all summer for this, and it's finally time that I step on the line for the 100. I ran a 12:29. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that time did hit me. I've been training all this time for something that's so far away. Seeing that number in that time did not help it. But instead of letting it break me, I chose to use this moment as motivation. I kept on telling myself, this is a part of God's plan. Be patient and the results will come. As time went on, the stronger my mindset continued to grow. The more I trained, the more I started to believe in myself, and I stopped second guessing everything and began to put more trust in the progress. My confidence wasn't just coming from my work ethic, but it was from knowing that I was outworking my younger self every single day. As I kept on pushing myself, my time started to drop. 12:29, and then 12:05, and then finally, the moment I'd been chasing all year.
And we're off. Let's help them out. This is section 2 of 6. We are running against the clock, working hard on the outside. All the way through, looks like lane 7.
I ran 11:58. I remember crossing the finish line and just hearing my time being called and just smiling. That number meant everything to me at the time. It meant all the late nights, the pain, and the patience. It all paid off. But that time didn't just prove that I could do it. It ended up opening the doors to something greater. Running that 11:58 gave me the opportunity to run at the collegiate level. This meant that I had to work even harder than I ever had before in order to prove that I belong. I'm not gonna lie, everyone at this level is fast, and everyone's putting in the work. But I knew I would have to take everything I learned into consideration, and all the times I pushed my body to its limits. I knew I could do it. As I kept pushing myself, the progress continued to show. I ran 11:47 as my season opener, and then I broke into the low 11s running 11:15, and that felt like a huge breakthrough for me. 10 seconds was right around the corner, but I'm not gonna lie, the path was not perfect. The meet after, I ended up running at 11:29, and then dropped back to 11:58, back to my high school time. Now I'm not gonna lie, the younger version of me would have been discouraged, but now I understand that progress comes with its ups and downs. I continued to keep my trust in the coaches, stay consistent, and I even kept on pushing myself to the point my legs would literally feel like they was on fire. And then finally, my last track meet of my freshman year of college, I crossed the line.
Moving expeditiously. Let's help them out. Heat 106 acceleration is at legend, but closing.
Waited for my name to appear on the screen. 10:93. That time meant more than just a personal record. It was proof that believing in yourself, even when the progress feels slow or inconsistent, can take you further than you ever imagined. This journey wasn't just about track. It taught me discipline, patience, and resilience. I hope me sharing my journey allows you to accomplish the things that you set for yourself no matter how late you start. As long as you keep that belief within yourself, you will be able to accomplish anything you put your mind to. And remember, this is only the beginning. And if I can do it, so can you. If you've made it this far, thank you for taking the time out today to watch my video. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your day.